Hey everybody, Arnaldo here, broadcasting from Fidelio's Frequency. Welcome to my channel. Today, as you probably noticed from the title of the video, we'll be talking about a brand new band called Brigitte Calls Me Baby. And it is a new release. I typically put together a new release video showcasing various other releases all at once, but this one is a special one. And I really wanted to give it a highlight video because I'm really even more so enthusiastic about this record. And a few months ago, I highlighted their debut EP. I think it was in March. I made a video about This House Is Made of Corners, which came out towards the end of 2023, I believe late November. I came across it at the beginning of February, and I was totally blown away by the 5 songs that are included on this EP. So if you want to learn more about the history and the making and the inspirations behind Brigitte Calls Me Baby, I suggest you check out that video, because in this one I'll probably be focusing more on the new album. And I want to say that when this album came out, I listened to it for probably, or at least when I became aware of it, quite a few times, whether I was streaming it or listening to the record. And I couldn't get enough of it until I stopped and other things kind of took priority. I started listening to other music, and I realized as the months went by since then that I wanted to listen to the record to see how it held up. And I heard that they were putting out, I think this was in June, the new album was announced. And I was wondering if they had blown the 5 songs on this EP out way too soon, because they sounded so good and they packed so much on this EP that I was a little hesitant almost. I was actually thinking that maybe the best songs were on this EP and that the rest of the album probably would not deliver. Well, the album came out, I think it was August 3rd or August 2nd, and boy was I wrong, because The Future Is Our Way Out, the debut album, full-length debut album by the band Brigitte Calls Me Baby, does in fact deliver. And I typically, when albums are announced, usually about a month or sometimes 2 months, 3 months ahead of time, during the pre-order period and the announcement period, they drop a few tracks. I purposely did not want to listen to the tracks that led up to the actual release of this album, because I wanted to listen to the album in its entirety all at once. And also, I had noticed that the 5 songs on the previous EP are all included in here. And that made me wonder, wow, probably because those are the strongest songs on that EP, they wanted this to stand out and hold its own, and that maybe the other songs wouldn't live up to it. But as I mentioned earlier, I was totally wrong about that. Wrong in so much as wondering whether or not they could deliver another 6 songs, because there's 11 songs on this album, of that same caliber. And I have to say, actually, in hindsight, that probably there are, amongst the 6 songs that are in addition to the 5 from the EP, probably they saved some of the jewels actually for the album. So let's talk briefly about the 6 songs that make up the balance of the album. That is the 6 new songs in addition to the EP songs included. And I have to say, my favorite song of the new 6, and probably one of the best songs, or one of my favorite songs on the entire album, is Too Easy. And the closing song, Always Be Fine, I believe it's called, yes, is probably where it's most evident the influence of either Elvis Presley or Roy Orbison. I would say leaning a little bit more towards Elvis, at least in terms of the arrangement. It's a ballad. It's a perfect closer to the album. Almost very intimate, almost confessional. And it reminds me a lot in terms of delivery and probably the atmosphere of Love Me Tender by Elvis. But going back to the influences of Brigitte Calls Me Baby, the remaining 6 songs, kind of also follow along the same influences. I've mentioned in my previous video their inspiration from the Smiths, from Roy Orbison, from the Strokes, or at least their affinity to the sound and the delivery of the Strokes, and as well as probably some bands from like early to mid 80s, UK new wave-ish kind of bands in this, similar to probably early New Order, maybe a certain period of The Cure, and obviously modern English. So those influences you could hear interspersed amongst the entire album, actually. Musicianship is stellar, production as well, produced by Dave Cobb, I believe in Nashville, as well as in Chicago, and I believe those are the self-produced songs by the band themselves. The writing credits, mostly all the songs are written by Wes Levens, frontman, lead singer of the band, and all but 4 which are instead co-written with the other band members. And now, as I mentioned in my previous video about Brigitte Calls Me Baby, Wes Levens, or Wes Levens, not really sure how you pronounce his last name, his voice, I have to say, and probably leave your comments below if you think otherwise, I think Wes Levens' voice, his vocal talent, his delivery, his range, is probably one of the best voices in the last 20 years. And he can croon, he can belt it out. His vocal range is impressive throughout, not just one song, throughout the entire album. Please give this record a chance. Give it a spin. Let me know your thoughts below. I happen to get the Rough Trade variant, which is a split colored vinyl, black and white. And I'll briefly show you also the front as well as the back of it. And the Rough Trade variant actually comes with a bonus. I don't know if they're still in stock. It's actually a bonus CD. The bonus CD contains a live performance at WXPN, which I believe is a radio station in Philadelphia, and has 7 songs on it. So 5 from the original EP plus 2 of the new songs included on the album. And excellent performance. I can't wait actually to get a chance to witness them live. When they came to New York City, I actually missed it. So looking forward to them stopping by very soon, hopefully, in my area. But until then, I'll be spinning The Future Is Our Way Out by Brigitte Calls Me Baby. So I guess that wraps it up for this video. Please let me know your thoughts if you get a chance to listen to the album. And thank you again so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, it doesn't cost anything, so just click that subscribe button. And if you want to get notified of any future videos as soon as they drop, don't forget to click the bell, the notification bell. I guess that's it for this video for today. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all enjoying the summer, and I'll be seeing you guys again soon on my channel, hopefully. That's it for today. Thanks again for watching. Bye.